much controlled my days. I didn't go anyplace unless there was drinking involved.
I know that I lost my first marriage because of my drinking.
Paint splattered teardrops on my shirt.
I've learned since getting into recovery that I have a disease, that there's a thing called the phenomenon of craving that takes place once I put alcohol in my system. So I'll take a drink, and then the drink will take a drink. And it's my understanding from what I read that that doesn't occur in the average temperate drinker. I am not one of those people.
Alcoholism is influenced by genetic, psychological, social, and environmental factors that have an impact on how it really affects your body and behavior. And some people struggle with this due to a genetic or psychological predisposition.
I never really felt like I fit in, so I always felt like I needed to have it to feel like I could relax around people.
Told you I would let them go.
I was living in a one-room schoolhouse on the end of a local road. I was 4 miles out of town. I had a wife and a 1-year-old child. We were out of firewood, and it was our only source of heat. And I said, I'll be back. I'm going to go get some firewood. And I drove to Bridgeton to pick up some firewood. When I got there, I realized it was Sunday. This place was closed. I was trying to get the wood from. And the guy I brought with me to help me with this wood, to get this wood, said, hey, let's go in the bar. It was afternoon at the time, so the bar was open. He says, talk to some of the locals. They'll help us find some wood. I said, okay. So we went in the bar, and I don't remember what happened. I guess I had a couple of drinks, and then I guess I had a couple more drinks, and I woke up 24 hours later, having spent the night hugging somebody's porcelain bowl, sick as a dog, and realized I just left my wife and my 1-year-old child in a one-room schoolhouse with no phone, no heat, and no car. And I could not fathom. I hated myself. I couldn't believe I had just done what I did. And,
Really, it was pretty much all I thought about all day. I didn't really think I was an alcoholic as long as I didn't. During the week, as long as I made it to 4 o'clock and then I started drinking, didn't think I was an alcoholic. Then on the weekends, that was a little different. It would be a noon time. As long as I didn't drink before those times, I didn't think I was an alcoholic. But it still was all I was thinking about.
And then I'd fight my corner. Maybe tonight I'll call you after my blood turns into alcohol. No, I just wanna hold you. Give a little time to me, or burn this out. We'll play hide and seek to turn this around. All I want is the taste that your lips allow.
It was 6 weeks into my second marriage, and I had this crazy drinking spell and did something that I never thought I would do, and then I stopped drinking and just realized that I couldn't control it anymore. The recovery process, I think a lot of people think that, and I thought initially that I could just do like the AA program and go through the 12 steps and then I'd be done, kind of like graduating like a college course. But I think a lot of people don't realize, and I now realize, that it's a continual process to continue to stay sober, and that I have to continue to go to meetings, and I have a sponsor, and do the 12 steps every single day, and realizing that that's the best way to live my life.
I was told to try the AA program, and I had some preconceived ideas of what AA was about, basically because my dad had been in AA, and I didn't see him. It didn't do anything for him. I know now that he sat on the outside edges. He didn't socialize with the people in there, and I don't think he worked the program. He didn't make the admission of hopelessness. And I know what was in his way. It was his pride and his ego. I don't drink right. I can't safely pick up a drink, and I don't have a defense against the first drink aside from that higher power that they introduced me to. When I walked into my first meeting, I remembered I was at a jumping off place. And I remember saying to myself repeatedly, over and over again, just keep an open mind, just keep an open mind, hoping against hope.
In a recent survey of U.S. physicians, only about 20% of those surveyed actually regarded alcoholism as a disease. They rather saw it as a symptomatic reaction to a patient's deeper, more personal problems. The same survey also revealed that about 55% of physicians believed that there was essentially no cure for alcoholism and one was to struggle with it for their entire life.
Actually facing feelings which I would kind of drown with alcohol, like I'd have to actually face like really bad memories or feelings or healing, and we'd just have to get through it without a quote crutch. I think that was the hardest part.
Oh, well, I mean, I gave up hanging around the places I was hanging out. I focused on the people in my life and family and work, and then another part of that is to try to carry that message back. Part of the program that I'm in is about somebody brought me a message of hope at a time when I was hopeless, and part of this program is about bringing that message to others. So that's important to me too. At one point in time, I actually managed. I was in charge of meetings at the jailhouse, carrying messages back into the inmates in there that probably a lot of them were suffering from the same idea, like thinking, what was wrong with me? Why do I keep doing this? That's where I was at.
Give a little time to me, I'll burn this out. We'll play hide and seek to turn this around. All I want is the taste that your lips allow. My, oh give me love, my, give me love, my, give me love, my.